Have the kids left home and you're ready to travel around Australia in style? I'm Dean Bleasnut, the co-founder of Big Dog Builds, with well over 650 trucks through this workshop now. This F-250, ready to tour around Australia, may be the best option for you to get into. Let's face it, if the kids haven't left home yet and you want to throw them in the back, this thing will still do it. And if kids are well and truly gone, you're into retirement and you're ready to stay on the road for a long period of time, this F-250 behind me may be the perfect option for you. Also remember, if you've got a vehicle and you're wanting to get it into the Big Dog Builds workshop, we've got transport networks all around Australia now to get your vehicle into the workshop. Fly in after we're done building it, go over with the team, do a full handover, stay nice and local. There's a lot to learn on these big builds like this one here. And then you're going to be able to take the vehicle home, hit the road and know exactly what you're doing, how the vehicle operates, what accessories you've chosen to go for, how everything works, where the wiring runs on the vehicle itself, how to use your rooftop tent, for example. Go over the canopy on the back end as well, and you're going to be set to travel around Australia. And let's face it, if you don't have an end date in sight, I'm bloody jealous. Let's go take a look around this one. When it comes to the rear of this one here, the MITS alloy canopy that's on the back, the amber light, you can switch to white as well. I may have designed the layout on this one. I'm just kidding, I didn't really design it, but I recommended this layout to the customer. We'll get into the details of this one in a second. We'll swing up the front end. We'll start with the bull bar. We'll get into the suspension, up to the roof rack, and then talk about the rear end at the end of this video. This one here may be the ultimate protection package for your brand new F truck. This is a tough bar from Tough Australia. We've gone and installed the full poster bar. This one here, we actually work with the team. It's only the second model available for the brand new facelift F truck. And like I've said before, it is quite challenging to put a good looking front bar on these model vehicles because they do look so good in the front end. This thing here though is built for purpose. It still looks amazing. It's going to be nice and solid. If you've got kangaroos, you got wallabies, you got pigs out west, a bar like this one here is pretty much going to fend them off better than anything else on the market. We've got an installed the carbon off-road winch in there as well. The number plate's up nice and high and out of the way as well, so you don't even have to move it to get to the winch. The laser lamp LED spotlights on this one here, simply take those covers off, spread out those lights to exactly where you need it, and if you have something come up and hit in front of those spotlights, they're not going anywhere. The front camera relocation tab isn't needed for this model here. It's still up on the grille there. You're going to be able to see through the front end and still see in front of the vehicle with the 360 cameras that's inside these amazing vehicles. So if you're wanting the tough front end, this one here, we can get you installed on your brand new F-250 350 facelift model. When I say facelift, I mean 2023 plus. These things pretty much hit Australia in 2024 plus. In America, 2023. And depending on which conversion company you've gone for the vehicle itself, there's plenty of different models when it does come to the F trucks. They are the models that confuse me the most. You've got XLTs, you've got Lariats, the Limiteds have now stopped, you've got Platinums, you've got Platinum Pluses. You can option up one of the Lariats to be like a Platinum. So there is a lot when it comes to the Super Duty platform and choosing what you want. You can do some factory orders out of the US and choose exactly what you want. Otherwise, go with one of the companies that have got trucks coming to Australia. Doesn't matter which vehicle conversion company you're going to get to do the left-hand drive to right-hand drive conversion. We've seen them all. We can get it into the workshop and we'll dial it in better than anyone else in the country. Looking at the size perspective on this vehicle here, I am 6'2". This vehicle here has got the leveled height lift kit in it. It's got the 3.5-inch suspension in the front end. The big tough bar on the front, it may look huge. A leveled height vehicle just like this one here with 35-inch tyres may be the perfect height for yourself that doesn't want to have a massive canopy on the rear end where you're needing 4 different side steps to get up in there just to cook dinner. So this platform here, we've got the 3.5-inch suspension up the front end. We've also got the optional extras from Carly Suspension in the US as well. The base suspension kit has got a 2.5-inch remote reservoir shock. That big 2.5 remote reservoir shock is rebuildable as well. So just remember, with all of the suspension kits that we offer here at Big Dog Builds, you can remove the shock absorbers once a year, a couple years, depending on how much punishment you're putting them through. You can get a local shock absorber service technician to do a service on the shock absorbers. You can also get them revalved at that point as well. And revalving those shock absorbers, you can really give the shock shop a bit of advice as to how the vehicle's driving. If it does feel a little bit boaty, if it looks like it's still porpoising in the front end because the vehicle's just not dialed in right, you can give them that feedback and they can tweak the valving in the shocks while they do the service. And if you do that every once a year or 2 years, these things here are going to probably outlast the vehicle itself. And with all of the Carli suspension kits in these Ford platforms, comes with an adjustable front Panhard rod. That's going to keep your wheels nice and centered. This one here, we've also got the upgraded radius arms under there as well with the limit straps. So even though it is only a leveled height kit, the radius arm drops as well as the radius arms are needed to get that steering and that front diff in the right location for a good wheel alignment. Getting the caster shim set right on these F trucks is crucial to get a good wheel alignment, good wear and tear out of the tires as well. So how the suspension's set up is really, really important. We'll get into the rear end of the suspension once we get to the rear end of the vehicle, but up the front end here, because it is a VDC converted truck, they still do the steering box swap. What that means is in America, obviously they're sitting on the left-hand side of the vehicle, that steering column runs through, down to the suspension components. Over here in Australia, it's coming through the firewall on the right-hand side where we sit, and it's going to a steering box, it's going across to the idler arm, and that's connected to the suspension. So that extra little bit of conversion means that we can't run the full suspension catalog from Carli in the US, but we can still do the sway bar end links on this one here. The base kit itself has still got the extended brake lines, so this suspension's still going to drive amazing. Some of the other companies bringing these vehicles into Australia now means that we can run the full suspension kit. Doesn't matter which vehicle manufacturer, doesn't matter which vehicle conversion shop you get your vehicle through. We're confident in all of them. We can get all of them dialed in to be driving the best that they can on the road. Getting that rear end set up for the Canopy, like I said, though, is super crucial. The front end though, whether you've got the big bar on the front, there's a few different options that we can do, a few different little tweaks, and also a good wheel and tyre combination is crucial as well. This one here is the Method 305 NV, the oh so popular Method NV. That one there is one of the most popular wheels in Australia for a HD truck. It comes with the zinc lip bolts around the lip there. We've got installed the Apex tyre valves. What that one means with the Apex valve is you can deflate these tyres from running pressure around that sort of 50, 55. When it comes to tyre pressures while you're traveling, it's one of those things that you just need to learn on your vehicle, how you drive, what conditions you're driving on. There's not really a set rule dependent on the size of a tyre and a vehicle platform. So it's a little bit of trial and error. And once you're on the road full time or you're doing those bigger trips, you're really going to know your vehicle, how it's driving best, how the tyres are wearing, and all of that is going to make sure that you continue to improve how you travel around Australia. And tyre pressure, it's definitely key, especially on those corrugated roads, the bitumen, the beach. Play around with your pressures and you'll definitely keep these things in good order. The little Apex valve there, we'll dump that one. It is quite loud. That's going to go from 50 PSI down to 15 PSI in a matter of about 15 or 20 seconds for a 35-inch tyre. So awesome little bit of gear. And if you're wanting to inflate multiple tyres at once, there's some pretty cool options out there to connect a few tyres to the one compressor and you can inflate those tyres. When we swing around to the Canopy here, I'll show you the air compressor setup that we've got so this customer can air up in a heartbeat. He can deflate the tyres, hit a beach. With the compressor setup that's in this MITS alloy canopy means that the customer's going to be able to inflate back up to the 50 and be back on the road in no time. I almost forgot what tyres this thing's running. 35, 12.5, 18 Nitto Ridge Grappler. Fast becoming one of the most popular tyres in the workshop. And these ones here have got a massive 1,800 kilos of load rating. Being an RT platform means it's like the hybrid tyre. So it's not an all-terrain, it's not a mud terrain, it's somewhere in between. Great in all different road conditions, whether it be on bitumen, sand, dirt, mud, you name it. These tyres are a good all-rounder. They've also got that nice aggressive sidewall as well. So if you are stuck in the mud, these things here are going to latch on. Being able to air down is going to give you a good footprint on off-road as well. The good footprint isn't just necessarily the width of the tyre, but it's how that tyre spreads out on the road surface itself. So you just think of it like that. If you're going to deflate the tyre, you're going to give it a massive footprint, you're going to be able to crawl out. These things are quite heavy, but let's face it, they're still very, very capable off-road. With the amount of torque that these vehicles have as well, those slow off-road crawls is pretty damn impressive. I've done multiple drives with these things off-road now, and they've definitely impressed me every single time I've gone out. We'll get up to the roof rack in a second, but we've also got the color-coded bushwhacker flares on this one here. So although the 18x9 positive 18 offset wheel is just inside the factory guard, going and installing the bushwhacker flares is just going to cover the tyre in its fullest. It's going to stop a little bit of that mud and whatnot carrying on up the side of the vehicle itself. So that's that. The platinum badge with the carbonized grey. It's one of my favorite colors in the F-Truck platform. Those Land Cruiser lovers out there, this little red badge here, it means high output and better than the Land Cruiser. But once you're ready to step out of the Land Cruiser, this is pretty similar to the graphite 1G3. So carbonized grey, is it the new 1G3? You tell me. And up on top of this vehicle here, we've got the Big Dog Builds accessory rack. With the Big Dog Builds accessory rack, we go into the captive nuts that are already in the roof on the F-Truck. It is the only HD platform where we don't have to put a drill to the roof to put on a roof rack. This one here has got the steady 50-inch curved light bar up the front there. It's got a simple T-slot crossbar design. With the T-slots means it will give you spare roll nuts. You can pop those ones in there, whether you're wanting to tie down additional things like max tracks or shovels or little tie down points. These things here are super universal. You don't have to undo the thing to get them out the side. They simply slot out. The side of the roof rack's got the steady LED lights. These are the little 13-inch micro LEDs, and the cool thing about them is you can change them between white and amber. So in the one light, you can change colors. That one there is obviously on the white setting. We'll hold the finger down there, it's going to turn it off. Hold your finger down for half a second up the front there and it's going to turn to amber. The other cool feature with this one here, running it through a Switch Pro switching unit, means that we can run it while the vehicle's off. You've also got the adjustability to dim down these side lights as well. So you can hold your finger down, turn on those lights. Through the Switch Pro, you can dim them down 2 different settings. So doing that one there when you're looking for a campsite, you can go on the bright white setting. Once you've found a camp spot, you can dim them down those 2 different levels as well. The other beauty with the Switch Pro running the spotlights up the front of the roof rack, that's all through the high beam trigger. The side lights have also got low voltage disconnect built into the whole unit itself. So if the battery wants to go that little bit lower and you've run it, you've forgot about the lights and the battery's about to go flat, they'll turn off. So you've always got power to crank those batteries under the bonnet as well. What you can't really see up here as well, we've got the solar panel. The solar panel is going to trickle charge those under bonnet batteries and it's going to keep them in really good nick. Opening and closing a door of the vehicle, unlocking it, locking it, the kids are getting in and out. It's amazing how much power you can drain from those factory batteries. By adding little additional loads like the lights on the back of this one here, means that you can risk running those batteries flat. Solar panel trickle charging those ones is just going to give you that peace of mind to never run out of battery and start the vehicle. But just remember, if you do carry a little jump pack as well, I recommend that for anyone doing any sort of traveling around Australia these days. Cost-effective options, you can buy them online, get them delivered the next day to your house, and that's going to be able to jumpstart the vehicle. Even these big 6.7 litre V8s, those little battery packs, they work wonders. When it comes to the rear end of this vehicle here, you've got the kids out of home, you've invested in a quality canopy setup from MITS Alloy, just like this one here. The beauty with the MITS Alloy setups is, whether you're wanting to use the vehicle after a lap around Australia, this thing is removable. Simply unplug the power source on the other side, you can remove the canopy, put on the full tray sides on this one here, and you're going to be able to use the vehicle as a tough daily. When you're ready to travel and hit those longer trips, the canopy can simply plonk on. You got your little bolts to bolt it to the tray itself, and then you're ready to travel. This one has got the power in the other side, which we'll get into in a second. And as you can see, it's fully open at the moment. We've got the storage boxes underneath. We've got the LED lights on. We've got the drawer fridge on this side. At the end of the video, we'll do a bit of a pack down. We'll bring the rooftop tent down as well. And we'll go over the whole thing as a little bit of a summary. But I'll walk around this one here. You've got a massive toolbox at the front here. Big toolbox at the back there as well. The sleek designs in this one looks amazing. With the exhaust pipes out the side there, these are still the factory ones and you can still run the mud flap. Some companies out there take them off and actually don't give you one. So the tray sides, they're definitely really good on the back of this one here as well. I don't know the exact specs, let's face it, I'm not the canopy supplier itself. We can help and assist to get you in a package like this one here. But when it comes with the specs, I believe it's around an 8-foot tray and it's about a 5'7" canopy on here. So that gives you that dirty gear area or the wet gear area or whatever you're wanting to throw at the back. It's a good usable area at the rear here. but the canopy itself, it's still massive. That's a big 35-inch tyre. We still haven't finished the quality control on this vehicle. It's gonna pop up in the factory location. 35 can fit up under there on an F truck. If you do have a 37-inch tyre, we can change the tow bar assembly and get that up underneath still, and that's gonna give you all of that room at the back to use for firewood and other bits and pieces at the rear there as well. The side of this one here has got the little Evercool drawer fridge, whether you're wanting to use that for a drinks fridge or a freezer on those bigger trips. They're very, very popular. Got the little tray up on top there as well. So mitts have done the little enclosure. The fridge slides in there. You can tuck things in front. You got that big area at the back there, whether you're wanting to put in cases, whether you're wanting to put in chairs or swags, a big gazebo would even pop across there as well. So it's pretty impressive design on this one. The LED lights up top is like I said as well. You can switch them all through here from Mitts Alloy. Pretty neat little setup. Change them between white and amber. Put myself on the spot now how to do that. Yeah, here we go, there we go. There you go, from amber to white, and then you can dim down those lights as well. We'll close that one up. We'll swing around to the back. This one here has also had the leaf spring reset done. Upgrading those leaf springs, doing a reset, adding a blade to that pack is really important to get the vehicle driving well, both with weight and when there's no weight on the back. There's a bit of a sweet spot that you can hit. You don't want it to be too rough with no weight, but you want it to load up like this one here. We've got the full travel airbags underneath there. Those ones are gonna handle the load of the vehicle with the caravan or a big boat on the back. And those ones are gonna make sure that your ride stays really comfortable inside the cab. And with the Carly suspension kit, the pin top leveling kit, like I said, we just run the little tremor blocks under the rear here with the leaf spring reset. It's gonna level the truck out nicely front to rear. And then those big 2.5 King shocks are gonna handle all of those road conditions. Big corrugations, traveling around Australia for long periods of time, a good suspension kit with a good canopy setup is definitely recommended. If you cheap out, you don't put good stuff in there, trust me, you're gonna get let down where it matters most. I've had a few people now call me from the other side of Australia. They've just done the Gibb River Road, they've just done some of the big trips, and they didn't invest in the good stuff, and then they're regretting it. We've obviously helped them out, we've got them sorted, got them on the road, but if you spend the money in the right places the first time, it's gonna definitely be worth it later on. And speaking of anywhere in Australia, if you're anywhere in Australia and you wanna get your vehicle into the Big Dog Builds workshop, just like this one here, has come all the way up from South Australia, we can get your vehicle up. We've got multiple transport options. If you don't feel like driving it the big distance to get it in the workshop, we can assist there and get your vehicle back down to you, ready to hit the road, and you don't even have to leave home. And speaking of home, that one there, that's home. We'll get into that in just a second, but have a look at the size of this rear drawer from Mitts Alloy. It's a massive trundle drawer on this one here. It's got both a water tank on the headboard as well as a water tank underneath this one. And with this massive trundle tray, you've got a little prep table on top there as well. Slide that one back and forth where you need to access the gear. Got a good little prep bench on the rear there as well. And that one there's a pretty solid design. Simply pop that one in and you wouldn't even know that there's a massive drawer under there. So nice and neat finish from Mitts Alloy on the rear here. The back end of this vehicle, if you add a Gen Y hitch combination, it's gonna bring that tow bar assembly out that little bit further, and you're not gonna have to worry about this extended tray that does just run past the tow bar assembly. So your hitch is just recessed in there a little bit. With a Gen Y hitch combo is what we recommend on the rear, and then you're gonna be able to swing around. So you might get rid of that one and upgrade that one in a second, but we'll jump under here. We got your tow bar Anderson plugs. You got your grey Anderson plug that only runs while the vehicle's running. What's important about doing it that way is if your caravan wants to pull power while your vehicle's off, this isn't going to allow it. You have to be driving for it to charge your caravan batteries. I've personally been caught out, so it's one thing in this industry I've always made sure we do. And then the red Anderson plug, some trailers need it for their brake systems, some trailers don't, but again, it's one of those good little direct feeds to those batteries under bonnet. Whether you're needing to tow someone else's caravan, you've got the ability to do it. We do a grey and red Anderson plug as our standard combo, and most of these HD trucks are coming with a 12-pin plug as well. Those two little valves on top there, they're the little Schrader valves for the airbags. So your full travel airbags, you can inflate, deflate from these little valves. One step up from this one here is the Air IQ kit. This customer has got the Air IQ kit. You can simply download the app and you can inflate, deflate those airbags. You can set different trailers on the app itself, and you can also use a remote control to do both up and down from that one handy location. MITS Alloy have obviously done a great job at the rear end of the vehicle here as well. They've relocated the parking sensors to the back tray there. They've also done the cross traffic avoidance little sensors. These things here are quite tricky to get sorted. And on the Platinum models, you've got another bank of parking sensors that are on top of the tailgate itself. When the tailgate's down on the factory tub, you've got another row of sensors. So disconnecting all of that, going to a tray canopy combination. We only work with the best in Australia that's gonna get it sorted and not give you headaches. This thing here, I think it's come up to a T. The granite crystal paintwork on the drop down rails, the big canopy. We'll swing around to this side here because it's a pretty impressive little air on board setup. They're gonna mean these 35-inch Nitto Ridge grapplers are gonna pump up in no time at all. When it comes to this side of the MITS Alloy tray canopy combination, it's quite impressive. Like I said, it's a massive tray. You've got that dirty gear area at the back. You've got your big toolbox under the front here. You've also got your fuel fill point. You've got your AdBlue fill point. You got your water tank on the front headboard where you can fill that one up. Gravity fed pump on the side here as well for one water outlet. And at the back of the vehicle there, you've got your second little water outlet. That one's through an inline pump. So that one's gonna pump from the water tank that's underneath the vehicle. And this little one here is gonna be a gravity fed water tank that's just up nice and neat on the headboard. Inside the canopy on this side, we've got the upright Dometic fridge. We've also got the ultimate battery pack from Red Arc at MITS Alloy. This has got a 150 amp Red Arc battery, but we've then added a second battery. So it's got a massive 300 amp hours of lithium. This one here, you've got your inverter, you've got your inverter outlet, the little red vision screen there as well. So you can turn your lights on and off, you can turn your fridge on and off, you can monitor all the power that's running through the canopy itself. You can see exactly how much the fridge is drawing. And if you did need to trickle charge the canopy while you're in the garage at home, you can simply plug into the little 240 volt plug there as well. Keep that system topped up. It's got the DC-DC capabilities while your vehicle's driving. It's going to charge that. And whether you're wanting to do a solar input, which we've got up on top on this one here, it's going to come down, it's going to trickle charge these batteries, and you're never going to run out of power while you're out on the road. Simple little drawer on this side here. That one is quite versatile. And if you're wanting to do different setups, the best thing about MITS Aluminium is it is all modular. You've got your rails under there. You can do different sort of internal fit outs, whether you're wanting a nice basic setup like this one here, whether you're wanting kitchens, whether you're wanting pantries, all sorts of different setups, MITS will get you sorted. But it's all about the rear end of this tray as well. This customer wanted to pump up the tyres in a heartbeat. It does get quite hot in the different environments around Australia. So pumping up tyres quickly, getting back in the vehicle and hitting the road again is key. We've got the air outlet on the 4 via compressors. So 4 via compressors are gonna pump a 35-inch tyre up in no time. We've done the air outlet here on purpose, and this is so the customer has to have the door open, let enough airflow in there so they're not gonna overheat. These little compressors do heat up quite a lot while you are running them. So running your air outlet from here, you're gonna be able to do all of your tyres from this one point. It's gonna stay nice and cool. So you're gonna be able to turn those compressors off from the switch pro. You're gonna be able to jump up inside the cabin and continue your journeys. Have you wanted a rooftop tent, but you're worried about the setup and the pack up time? Well, this bundle top rooftop tent could be the answer for you. This thing here, you can simply pop it up and down just from these little switches. The massive solar panels that we've got up on top, we've got the 2 solar panels, they're running down through the red Anderson plug, and that's trickle charging the batteries in the back. The beauty with these rooftop tents as well, you've got fans up there, you got USB power, you can charge your phones, you got little LED lights. Let's face it, a quick setup and a quick pack up, and you're back on the road in a jiffy. If it's raining, if it's snowing, it has been happening lately here in Australia, which is quite rare, but down south over the winter, this thing here is what I would want to be in. So looks amazing, it is big, it is quite bulky, but an F truck like this one here with the MITS Alloy canopy, it'll definitely handle it, no dramas at all. While we're finishing this build off, we're making the little Grey Anderson plug into the battery setup that's inside the MITS Alloy canopy. But for now, we've also just done a trusty little patch lead. That's through the Grey Anderson plug at the rear of the vehicle. 50 amp rated patch lead there, plugged into the bundle top rooftop tent. Look up top, I'll just push this little button here, and in a matter of about 30 seconds, that one's gonna be down and ready to pack away. lock those 4 latches in and you can hit the road again. Just before you get all the way down, you can just go and tuck in those little edges. Make sure it's all good. I'll run around and check the other side. That's literally it. That's one of the simplest rooftop tents I've ever seen. There we go. Lock in these 4 latches. If you're vertically challenged, you may need a little stool no matter what vehicle you've got one of these on. But that's it. Unplug your power. I'll spin around the other side. I'll do those 2 and we're ready to hit the road again. Well, that's it. The Bundu Top rooftop tent's packed away in a matter of seconds. The MITS alloy canopy at the rear of this one is impressive. Let's face it, you don't always have to have an F truck that's jacked up to the hills. This one here, it's a practical height. It's got some of the best suspension in the world. You've got water in the back, you've got power in the back. The drivability of this F truck and the usability of this F truck is going to be next level. So if you've got an F truck on order or you're another HD truck ready to travel around Australia, the kids are left home. If you want to see more trucks just like this one here, check this one out. And if you wanted to see these things boogie down the beach, this season here is one to watch as well.